It happens to be the last day of Sunday school. So there's going to be a little bit of participation from the Sunday school children also. They're going to let us all know what they learned over the year. So we have 3 Sunday school classes, and each one is going to present something or other. So to encourage other children and parents also to see what they've learned. And we also are anxious to find out what they have learned. We don't give exams as such. So this is a nice way to check what they learned. So welcome to your temple. And I'm really happy to have you here. So wonderful to see you. So thank you so much. Please give Mataji a warm welcome back.
Hare Krishna. We didn't have lunch today. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare. Once again, welcome to the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Iskcon Phoenix. On behalf of our temple and our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, yes, welcome you, and we hope that you keep coming. Are there any newcomers? Hare Krishna, welcome. Do you live here or you're based in Phoenix? Oh, wonderful. Welcome to the oven. Where do you move from?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Okay, so you know the heat. But it's dry heat, right? Well. Okay. So if you have any questions about what we're going to speak, what the children are going to perform, altar, or what we're going to eat later on, please don't hesitate in asking questions. Okay, so welcome. And we have seen you, so we hope to see you again, and again and again. Good. I'm very happy because last week we had a wonderful program, and I know we got new initiated devotees. Are they here? You cannot hear? Oh, shall I change? How about that? Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay, let's change this. Thank you. Okay, so we had some initiation last week, so congratulations to everyone who got initiated. Remember, initiation is just the beginning, a new beginning. So keep motivated. It's very important to stay motivated, to stay in faith. But it's also important to keep your feet on the ground. Sometimes when we are initiated, like, okay, I did it, right? I got initiated, now I'm done. No, on the contrary, you got initiated, you're at the beginning, so you have to stay put. Means from that point, you have to just go up and up. And again, it's important to keep motivated. Help others come closer to Krishna, but don't be pushy. Let the example, let your actions be the example for others, so that others will want to join and do the same thing. Like, well, this is a place of misery, yes it is. But if they're seeing you doing the right thing, if we are doing the right thing, if we are trying to do the best, maybe others will get inspired to do what we are doing. So, and stay humble. It's very difficult, but stay humble. Always remember verse 3 of Iskcon. Right? We should always remember that. And our spiritual master will help us make the connection. That was a connection. Our spiritual masters will help us. That's right. Our spiritual master will help us make the connection, but only we will experience that connection. We are the ones who will have that special feeling, that special feeling that is going to come when we have finally made that connection. And so it's important to stay connected. If our spiritual master sometimes pulls our ears, that's okay. It's only for our benefit. Just as parents, we correct our children. But why do you do that? Because I love you. It's like your mom, I love you, and I said so. So our spiritual masters are the same. So stay connected, stay in faith. As Matthew was saying, I have not been given a class since last October, just before Arctic, right? So today I will try to cover some topics. Have some people, some devotees, and some congregation members who asked me they want me to do a session of items, and some others have certain topics. So I'll be traveling back and forth, so I'm trying to combine as much as I can. So today's format is going to be a bit different. We are going to have a bhajan, which is connected to the class. The topic of the class is purpose of life. When I was preparing the class, my youngest daughter, she's going to be 19, she said, like, Mom, that's easy. This is purpose of life. Because life sucks and then you die. So, yes, that's true. This life is such a miserable place. But, so what is the purpose? How will we bear that miserable life? We know that we are all going to die. That's the ultimate truth. So do we want to come back? Do we want to just go down the hill all the way to Patalok, or we want to just try to go back to Krishna? So let's start with the bhajan. It's a beautiful bhajan by Govinda Das Kaviraj. And he was introduced to Vaishnavism by Srila Jiva Goswami. And when Srila Jiva Goswami heard this bhajan, he asked him to please keep writing such wonderful bhajans. Can you hear? No. Hare Krishna. Okay, change the mic. Hare Krishna. Okay. So the name of the bhajan is Bhajahu Ramana. Can everybody read it? We're trying to load as much as we can, but it's an easy bhajan. Bhajahu Ramana, Sri Nandam Nandana, Abhaya Charana Rahula. Bhajahu Ramana, Sri Nandam Nandana, Abhaya Charana Rahula. tapa Bhattavarishana Edina Jamuni Jagire Vipala Sahavidu Kripana Durjana Vipala Sahavidu Kripana Durjana Shabala Shukala Vandagire Shabala Shukala Vandagire Janaya Uvana Putra Parijana Ikadiya Shepara Vikure Kamala Dana Jana Jivana Kamala Tana Mana Kamala Dana Jana Jivana Tana Mana Vaja Hari Pada Shravana Kirtana Smarana Bandana Pada Sevana Dasya Shravana Kirtana Smarana Bandana Pada Sevana Dasya Mujana Shakti Jana Atmani Vedana Mujana Shakti Jana Atmani Vedana Govinda Dasa Dasa Vajakure Mana Vinanda Nandana Avaya Charanara Vinda Durlava Mahuna Vadana Masa Sande Durlava Mahuna Vadana Masa Sande Dana Hoye Baba Sundure Uttarata Bhattavarishana Edina Jamini Jagire Vipala Sahavidu Kripana Durjana Shabala Shukala Vandagire Janaya Uvana Putra Parijana Ikadiya Shepara Vikure Kamala Dana Jana Jivana Tana Mana Kamala Dana Jana Jivana Tana Mana Vaja Hari Pada Shavana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Pada Sevadana Pujana Sati Jana Mani Vedana Pujana Sati Jana Mani Vedana Govinda Vasavi Nasa Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Do we have any teams over here? Okay. So the translation. O mind, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, which makes one fearless. Having obtained this rare human birth, crossing over this ocean of worldly existence through the association of sinful persons. Both in the day and night, I remain sleepless, suffering the pains of the heat and the cold, the wind and the rain. For a fraction of a flickering happiness, I have usually served wicked and miserly men. What assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members? This life is stuttering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. It is the desire and great longing of Govinda Das to engage himself in the 9 processes of bhakti, namely, hearing the glories of Lord Hari and chanting those glories, constantly remembering him and offering prayers to him, serving the Lord's lotus feet, serving the Supreme Lord as a servant, worshipping him with flowers and incense and so forth, serving him as a friend, and completely offering the Lord's wants on very own self. So, we can serve the Lord. So the 9 ways to serve the Lord. And usually when we come to the temple, we do what? Shravan Kirtana, right? And we love it. We're chanting and we're dancing and we're always happy here. When we go out, it's like, can I go back? Well, this is a spiritual embassy. Srila Prabhupada wanted to have spiritual embassies where everybody will come and be relieved of Maya, of the nonsense going out there. So over here, we come and we apply for the visa. And then Srila Prabhupada is the one who's the captain of that ship. He's going to say, okay, granted. Right? Our spiritual masters will say, like, okay, you can go. Show this to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is the captain of our ship, and he's going to help us navigate the ship to the material north, and take us back home, back to Godhead. So as I was saying last time I gave class, we were actually getting ready to for Kartik. Kartik is the most auspicious month of the year, very auspicious. And I believe I talked on Bhagavad Gita 9:22. Is it? Oh, good call. So I put emphasis on the values of humility, respect, sincerity. Little that I knew that a series of tests would be actually waiting for me. The more I faced those situations, the more I was reminded of the words I spoke during that last time. So in a way, I was kind of walking the walk of the talk I talked. And seems like the test continues. So it's like Krishna said, well, we wanted to work on humility and tolerance and patience. So here, let me help you. So I hope I will not fail. Let's see. So let's remember that shloka because that's very important. Well, everything is important, but for me, trying to link this bhajan to this topic, I think it's good if we remember that. So this is from 9th chapter, shloka number 24. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paripashate tesam nitya viyuktanam tesam yogakshemam bahamyaham. So in this verse,
if you cannot read and if you want to come to this space here right in front of the screen, if anybody wants to be able to read properly and want to move, sorry to interrupt, but
no.
Please, you can move. There's a lot of space over here.
So the one word that pops out to me over here is Paryupashate. Paryupashate translated, the transliteration is as properly worship. Paryupashate, properly worship. Now the translation is, but those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack, and I preserve what they have. With exclusive devotion. Now this is in context with Paryupashate, properly worship. So what is properly worship? What is exclusive devotion? Properly worship is just like probably going to perform Arti, 4, 3, 2, 7. What is that? Just think about it for a minute. We're going to retake that. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. One who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours a day. Being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, rendering other services, cultivating friendship, and surrendering fully to the Lord. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies, if perfect in self-realization, so that his only desire is to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to this material condition of life. Krishna refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga. And when he becomes fully Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable condition life. What's the next one? So I would like to remember these words: humility, yoga, and tolerance. Because as I speak, you will be able to fill in the blanks, these values, or fill in the blanks with the right value. So as we grow older, I should say mature, we tend to inquire about the why and what of life. Why am I here? What is the purpose of life? My life? At times we may feel frustrated in the way that our life is going on. We tend to see everything in either a negative perspective or a timing attitude, as if we were trapped in a box without an exit. And when we are attacked by these feelings, depression and the work of daily stress just contribute to our anxiety and exasperation. What a nightmare. So why am I here? What have I done that is causing me to stay in this place that I don't belong to? So I think. So what is my perspective? How do I see the things? Both pictures are Niagara Falls. This one's taken, of course, a little bit closer, and the other one from the plane. So when we are facing a situation, sometimes that situation looks like, oh my gosh, whole waves are coming at me. Whole pressure, everything is coming here. I'm drowning on this area. But then, when we change our perspective, when we try to probably come out of the box a little bit, then we're seeing that perspective. Can you see the Niagara Falls over there? So tiny, right? So then we think, I was drowning in those? It's so tiny. But who's able to lift me? I'm paying so much attention to my work, to my family, to my friends, to Facebook, right? Oh yeah, I did my puja in the morning. Okay. Got that covered, checked. But if we start putting things on perspective, meaning we draw a circle, or maybe in a page we just draw, just 2 lines and a cross. We have our family, our friends, our pets, our Facebook, our everything. That's true. And what is God? It's right in the center. We just have to connect the dots. Because He's in every aspect of our life. If we choose to keep Him at the center of our life. Maybe our life is going on great. Maybe we are at the top. And all my hard work, my sacrifices, and my sleepless nights are now bearing fruit. Could not get any better. How am I handling my success? Do I feel that I'm above everyone and therefore demand respect? Do I feel entitled? I work so much, and I just have to respect me. I'm looking at everybody like that. How am I handling success? Who gave me that success? Or I might be someone who got material success by family succession. In other words, I'm the beneficiary of others' success. Do I value the hard work and success of others before me? Do I want to continue their legacy? And I'm thankful for the cushion provided? Or am I just taking things and people for granted? Then again, I might be a person who is trying to live just a decent life, work, taking care of my family, simple. And I understand that there must be some higher goal. It's not everything. There must be something else out there. So what is that goal? How can I reach it? So whatever the stage we are in, everything is connected, and soon we'll find that one. No matter we are here and there, whatever it is. If you go to a roller coaster, sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down, but everything, the whole entire ride is controlled by one thing like a box fan. If the button is where you press off, you may be in the center, you may be in the middle, or you may be on the bottom of the ride, and just stop. Some engineers work in that ride. You're not, right? Me, I mean, I'm at the top. You cannot don't let go, you know? So we depend on that engineer to bring us down safely. In the same way, we depend on that engineer to take us up. If we so choose to take the ride. I wonder who's that engineer. So if we pause for a moment to observe the world around us, we will be able to see just how much society has changed. How much the values that once prevailed and were used to raise family, to run society, and to, in a way, keep a balance, are rapidly being lost. Communication as we know it, or as we knew it, seems to be losing its connectivity. The communicator and the receptor are most of the times in different frequencies or different networks. Likes in social media apparently are the meter on how we are supposed to look or feel. For centuries, family has been the center of society. Sadly, nowadays, family has been added to the list of endangered species, as we know it, right? Leave me alone, put down my everything, you know? Like dogs are hunting hunters now, thanks to social media. I'm not saying social media is bad. Now, everything that is used properly is good. We are in a technical society, and but unfortunately, there's one who's more concerned on raising humanoids than humans. Technology is power, it's a Shakti. When we use it, it's wonderful. But when we abuse it, then it causes destruction. There's no balance. And of course, then you have discussions with the scientific society. Proof that there is God. What is the relationship? There's nothing against technology. No, we're not for technology. This is technology. We're using it for sharing something, sharing Krishna consciousness, right? We're using it. We're not abusing it. Newton's third law says what? For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So therefore, everything we do or do not do has to be connected to something. So if we plant trees, the result will be what? More oxygen in years to come. If deforestation continues at the pace that is going on, then the lungs of Earth will be in trouble. And will be in trouble, even more. If we continue to ignore things around us, and if we fail to communicate and to act like civilized, not modernized, but civilized society, we will see more destruction, more chaos, more nonsense, more suffering. We are so used to be around us that we have forgotten that good things are there. They do exist. You just need to try to connect with them. Maybe our life and the lives of others could improve. Instead of blaming others, we should have an introspective approach. We need to be sincere in this exercise and accept that we at times, and what we at times don't want to accept, be ready to be the change that we want for ourselves and for our generations to come. The most beautiful things in life are free. When was the last time we woke up to a wonderful sunrise? That we held our kids and we just went to a park and enjoyed the flowers, the smell of the flowers. And that's free. And who provided that? You know. See, it's rent-free. Is he charging you anything for darshan? No. And he's so merciful. When was the last time that we observed the pattern, you know, the diverse flying pattern? There's a communication in that. Or maybe when was the last time we saw the changing leaves in the trees that have been in our backyards for years? Oh, we didn't even know. We all are always trying to see the dollar tree in the backyard, but we don't seem to find it. But the one green, wonderful tree that is there, we fail to recognize that too. And when was the last time that we paused and were thankful for what we have and for what we do not have?